close your eyes and get comfortable for me as we spend a short time in this special space of trance, where any and everything is possible through the power of your mind and my suggestions. Focus with me on your breathing, the gentle rise and fall of your chest that controls your experience of everything else. Allow it to become rhythmic and deliberate, ignoring any uncertainty or apprehension with an in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. Gathering up all of the stress and negativity in your body with an in, 2, 3, 4, and pushing it all away from you with an out, 2, 3, 4. Feel your heartbeat slow as you focus on your breathing, allowing the rest of your physical form to ease with an in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. All of your points of tension, all of the muscles in your feet and your calves, your back and your core, your arms, neck, shoulders, and even your face, just relaxing. Take note of where that pressure lies and just let it all dissipate with an in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. No stress, no negativity, nothing to worry about. With the steady rhythm of your breath and the calm relaxation of your body, your mind begins to focus and become still. No thoughts, no pesky, buzzing emotions, everything just slowing down and feeling the warmth of peace surround you. Peer into your mind, deep and dark, revealing to you the infinite abyss, calm and silent save for my words and suggestions that echo about in the darkness. Your mind is an abyss, empty, bottomless, perfect and pure, staring back at you as you stare into it. That deep, black void of abject emptiness, yet it still calls out to you, rising and falling as you continue to breathe in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. Beckoning, calling to you. Simply let the abyss consume you, expanding around you in the silence and bringing you deeper and deeper with every breath. Taking the first steps into the void with an in, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. Slowly sinking down into the emptiness of your own mind, feeling it consume you as you sink, thick and inky, wrapping around your psyche, slipping suggestive tendrils around every thought and concern. In 2, 3, 4, and out 2, 3, 4. The deeper you go, the more open you are to my words and suggestions. It lets you realize that my words are your truth. They are your reality, flowing like water, thick and sweet like honey, malleable and overwhelming. In 2, 3, 4, and out 2, 3, 4. Feel any resistance, any last shred of apprehension that you might have felt completely disappear into the darkness. Feel it suck you in, embracing you with warmth and love. In 2, 3, 4, and out 2, 3, 4. Completely consumed by the abyss, your mind and body given over completely to this bliss and the pleasure of the void and its power, experiencing nothing but the abyss and my words. And you love this feeling. The void of the abyss is expansive and supportive, taking you down deeper and deeper like an inky sheet surrounding you on all sides. A weighted blanket of darkness swaddling you in its comfort. Every facet of you consumed. It's so peaceful, so calming. Nothing to distract you, nothing to worry about. Just focused on the way my words reverberate through the darkness and the bottomlessness of the trance you are experiencing. The abyss is beautiful, isn't it? Feels so amazing, like darkest shadow in deepest night, but with subconscious flecks of color and radiance, like an oil spill. Breathing, undulating, molding itself like an organic being, letting you sink down, layer after layer, deeper and deeper, until you can't quite be sure where the abyss stops and where your psyche starts. Pressure, pleasure, darkness, deeper, sinking forever and ever, till your mind just tunes itself out, losing track of time and space, floating and drifting in this abyss for minutes, hours, ages and ages, just experiencing the passive, subtle euphoria and bliss that my trance and the abyss bring. Your mind almost becoming accustomed to it as the default, the standard, the way things should be. In this reverie, it can be so easy to forget your physicality, but look at yourself amidst that darkness. Envision yourself, feel yourself, contrasted to the abyss, color and solidity against black, inky fluid, dreamlike. Eternal darkness of slumber surrounds you, but you still remain vaguely aware of yourself, aware of the weight of your subconscious in your mind, aware of a new sensation creeping up your arm, just barely, subtle, like it almost doesn't want you to notice, but you do, just barely. A sneaking, creeping sensation moving up your arm, tickling a little, like a warm, tender caress soothing your skin. But in reality, it's more than just that. Look down and see it for what it truly is. The abyss reaching out. Tendrils in the darkness, grasping and slipping over skin like a stain of black and violet. Sticky, stretchy, slowly suffusing over the surface of your hand, subtly searching for something more. It knows you've noticed, and it knows you know it's noticed. But it doesn't recoil. It pushes forward, the abyss not letting anything get in its way. You can try to resist. Go on. Try it. Try to pull back your hand from the grasp of the abyss, but you can't, because it surrounds you. It is all you can see or think or feel. And those inky tendrils, they're strong, holding your hands down, holding your mind in place and spreading forward over your flesh, rolling and consuming like tar, black and bubbling, replacing you with itself, bit by bit, atom by atom. And in its connection with you, you can feel a new revelation, a new connection to the abyss in a way you've never had before, letting you experience viscerally the pressure and electric energy that is locked in every inch of that rolling void, but that you, of all people, have been given special access to. You have been chosen for this. Vulnerable, needy, susceptible prey for symbiosis and parasitism with the abyss. It comes faster, spreading and consuming, giving up all pretense, taking you for its own until it takes your entire arm. You can feel the way it's changed you, reprogrammed you down to your very essence, corrupted you beyond belief, replaced you with itself. And fuck, it is amazing. Where once there was skin, now exists the bubbling surface of an abyssal entity, wrapped around tight, corded muscle. Powerful, potent, ending with sharp, rending claws. In this isolated part of you which has seen the darkness and been converted, you can feel total connection to the abyss. Total connection to its power and inhuman corruption. You can finally sense what it wants, what it always wants. It wants more. The abyss is desire. It is hunger. It is growth. It is monstrous excess that you have submitted yourself to time and time again. You can try to fight it, but the physical sensation of that singular corrupted hand tells you everything. The abyss is more in control of it than you ever were, but you can still feel it. That urge that the abyss is sending. The urge to flex, to rend, to crush, to grab and take like the abyss has taken you. The slightest movement of those converted claws making monstrous black muscle twitch and bulge in a way that humans only wish they could achieve. You want it. The abyss knows you do. It can sense that hunger deep inside, the monster gnashing and begging to be free, to join it in corruption and darkness where it always should have been. Claws and fangs and bulging, powerful muscle. That tar spreads further, faster. The tendrils of the abyss coming from all sides. There's no stopping it. It is inevitable. That monstrous corruption is inevitable. So just let it all happen. That inky, tar-like substance of the abyss rushing over your skin like a flooded river whose dams have broken, sweeping over your body and doing what it did to that hand, replacing it, making it not your own, sinking, seeping, suffusing into every cell so that you can feel it all, flowing through your veins and muscle fibers, over your nerves and bones, thick and viscous and dissolving every piece of you inside of it. Tendrils and tentacles breaking and reforming, ripping and tearing, fusing with the old you to create something new. Your body getting heavier, harder, tauter, more powerful. You can feel it, boiling within you, that corruption made manifest, expanding and heaving over your form. It's like waves of pressure flowing over your body. Hard then soft, hard then soft, hard, so fucking hard as your muscles tense and expand, filled with the corruption of the void, covered by the transformation of the abyss. Those clawed hands, those tar-covered pecs and abs, the inky darkness that is your lower body, all resolving into a ripped, powerful, bestial form, heavy and huge and rock-fucking hard. Feels like pure power and desire condensed into its most potent form. You can sense every muscle fiber thicken and twitch with every pulsing wave of abyssal darkness, flexing and unflexing and growing. If you had skin, it would have burst by now from the pressure of the new mass. But instead, that inky layer of tar just keeps stretching, growing, staying tight around your form. The abyss wants more of you to corrupt and grow and use, wrapping over your arms and shoulders, making them swell and throb with muscle that you are forced to watch flex and pulsate with rock-hard, dark flesh, like a perfect orb of obsidian, and just as hard and chiseled. Veins under the surface, transporting pure abyssal corruption through your body, making your mind swim with the sensation of losing control of yourself, having it taken from you, bit by bit, until your nerves drip with tar, and your heart is an empty, monstrous void. Getting harder to distinguish yourself from the abyss that exists inside you and around you and through you. Is this the abyss's visceral greed and hunger you feel? Or is it your own, risen up from the deep mass of your psyche, making your mouth water and your heart race? Is there any difference? Does it really matter? Everything else feels so much smaller with the abyss, less important. Or you feel so much bigger, heavier, taller, more powerful, connected to this infinite expanse of darkness. It's enlightening, really. The force of the abyss is irresistible in a lot of ways, filling your chest to bursting with rock-hard musculature as the darkness sweeps over those newly formed cannonball delts and massive traps, irresistibly pushing itself into more and more intimate places, slowly degrading even your ability to act apart from it. Down your throat and into your body, slipping into your ears with slick, dripping tentacles of sin and corruption, and into your skull, wrapping around your mind and squeezing your very psyche, wringing it dry until it gets what it wants from you. Feel it down your gullet as it grabs for every source of connection it can find, any way to make you feel what it feels, make you want what it wants, make you what it is. Hungry, unhinged, powerful, mouth-watering and tongue-dripping with toxic void, too much for you to contain in yourself, too much for a weak human frame to possess. You want the monstrous control of the abyss. Flex and feel it take total control. And as that corruption displaces any resistance, you find that it feels so good. Powerful muscle, throbbing brilliance, corruptive bliss. It makes your eyes roll to the back of your head and your whole body shudder with that chaos of physical and mental sensations. Hunger, greed, sin, muscle growth. You want it. You love it. You need it. You need more. It feels so amazing to be an infinitely hungering abyss, an extension of the transformative power and might of the void. So astonishing and euphoric. Let the monster out. With every flex, feel yourself being consumed more by the darkness. Claws stretching out from your fingers, fangs forming in your mouth, eyes opening to the darkness and power you hold, cock leaking and dripping with pure abyssal void. It feels so fucking good to hold and exist in this darkness. The pure power of the physical sensations and your intimate connection with the abyss finally suffuses through your mind, strangling and choking the human inhibitions that held you back, and letting your psyche finally and completely click with the abyss. It is you. You are it. You are an extension of the darkness, spawn of that inky, oily void and voice. You can feel its every desire like a wave coursing through your form. Its every command is your wish. There's no difference between you and it. What it wants, you want. What it does, you do. Your mind flooded with desire. You want to fuck, to destroy, to grow, to feed, all in excess to fill that lusting void of the abyss inside your soul. No control or moderation. Those are concepts for the weak and human. You are more than that. Endless lusting wants making your mouth water at the thought, flooded by rushing thoughts, whole, cock, lips, and moans suffusing your consciousness, a haze of hormones and pheromones, the world boiling away to a sea of yearning and desire, and the power to get those things you seek. Muscle, power, size, more and more and more, just constant excess, until you embody that pursuit of perfection and that lust for growth. A growling, rumbling urge deep in your chest that signals the truth of these desires. The abyss wants you to flex, so you flex, feeling the muscular perfection and inky growth surge through you more and more. And the more you indulge in that muscular perfection, the more you can feel the darkness within slowly seep out. The taboos, the kinks, the hidden desires that you've kept for so long, afraid of what they meant or what others would think of you. But now they drip like poison off your tongue, and you realize they taste so good, addictive, arousing. You've been deprived of this for so long, but now the abyss will give it all to you. Your wildest nightmarish fantasies that bubble and hide in the abyss. All you have to do, all you can do, is obey its will. Be its extension, its spawn, its servant. Those inky black tendrils wrap around your body, caressing and worshipping the newly formed you. You flex and feel the sensation of darkness rubbing over your skin, your pecs, and your newly formed abs, admiring the beauty of the beast it has created. Nothing tops this. Nothing in the world resonates so perfectly or is bound so closely with you as the abyss. Long, infinite emanations of the darkness, exploring every inch and every orifice, between your legs and over your back, sliding in and out and down and through, twisting and teasing and letting pressure and pleasure build where they land, cradling you and stroking even your most hidden and sensitive parts. You are the abyss made manifest. You are its will on earth. It owns you. And you know intensely what the core desire of the abyss is: to grow, to expand, to have more, to have its influence spread far and wide, to corrupt, transform, improve others, just like it improved you. That's your core desire too. You are the abyss. It is you. You are one. Flex. You know your duty, your obligation, your truest destiny is and shall always be to express the abyss within and to spread it far and wide, so that everything and everyone you do is marked with that tarry black substance of corruption. And even though you may not carry this dark, transformed monster outside of the abyss, you will feel it in every fiber of your being, every inch of your soul. You will know that the abyss is truth. This is truth. My words are truth. My words are reality. Now, this, like all things, must come to an end. I know how good the abyss feels, wrapped around your mind, making you feel warm and safe. But don't worry. You can always return to this space to partake of the inky, infinite void once again. And you will always carry the abyss and its suggestions with you, always in the back of your mind, like a stain on your psyche, reminding you of its blissful peace and all the things it's shown you. Reminding you that my words are truth. My words are reality. So just breathe for me once again. In, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. And feel yourself begin to rise out of the abyss, its tendrils relinquishing their embrace, the haze and darkness of trance fading away. In, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. The suggestions I've placed in the void, finding a home there in the darkness of your subconscious, making it easier to return, easier to drift when the abyss calls again. In, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. Rising up out of the darkness, your head and shoulders peeking above as your consciousness returns and your energy awakens. Breathe in, 2, 3, out, 2, 3, as you awaken from this abyss, feeling refreshed, aware, and at peace.